Working in human resources, you have a lot of things to take care of. I've made a spreadsheet to help you to stay organized, from tracking your employee database to recruiting, training, tracking new hires, your schedule, your attendance, payroll, PTO time, evaluations, and more. I've got everything and exit checklists. I've got all of these things ready for you in a spreadsheet to keep you organized. I'm going to show you how it works. It's available in Google Sheets and Excel. Here's how it goes. All right, so first of all, we have the name of the employee. I've kept a lot of the personal information as empty, but when you come in, you're just going to put in their, first and last name, their contact information, and then everything else along the way. This is going to help you to track when were they hired, their birthday, what was their salary, are they full-time or part-time. So you're choosing from the drop-down box, and then are there any trainings that needed to be completed for the person. This is the total number of employees. If you happen to want to add any trainings or anything like that, you would go up to this O and then right click, insert column to the right, and then you have another you've got another column that can be added for any specific things that need to be done for your employees as a whole. All right, the next one is a recruiting tracker. So this, you would put all the positions that you have available in your company. So say you need a social media marketer, what's their name, and where did you find them from? And what is the status of their application? Have they just applied? Have you reviewed it? And so on. Is there an interview date and time? What's the decision deadline? Who's the recruiter? Who's the interviewer? And when is the start date of the new employee? And then, you can rank them. Do you like them a lot? Do you like them a little bit? That way it can just jog your memory when you're going back to do hiring. This will show you how many candidates that you have that have accepted the position, or you've scheduled interviews, or how many of you interviewed, how many interviews do you have total, and how many applicants do you have. This is a training tracker. So if you guys have certain courses that need to be completed for your company, this is a great thing for you to do. So you would just put the employee ID, name, what's the status of the training, their job title, and what's the course. So say they are going to do basic training, and we can go look and sort by all of these things. This is a filter. So you can click the filter, and we can choose, how many people have completed the safety training, hit OK, and then you can see all the staff members that have completed the safety training. You can also sort, by, let's select all. You can also go in and look for the employee name. So let's just do a sample here. Let's sort by clear, and then we'll just look for employee 6 and hit OK. And then we can go, okay, employee 6 has completed all of these different courses. And, if there's, basic training, if they've completed different items, you can see what they've completed there. You can also put notes if there's a certificate of completion and the date they've completed the trainings. This is a basic checklist of all the items that you have for your company. And you could say, hey, have they accepted the offer? Have they received equipment? Have you created an email for them? And so on. You can edit all of these. We can uncheck everything. We can highlight everything here, delete, and then you can put your own tasks for your own company. You can also, put, if this is for a specific person, you can make sure this has been done. You can also do things like, there's a drop-down box here. You can duplicate it, and we can also go down to the drop-down box again, hit rename. We can go John new hire checklist. So that way we know, where is John in the process of completing everything. This is the employee task checklist. So if you are a supervisor of any sort and you are making sure that your employees have things that need to be done, you can have tasks and assign it to certain people, choose a priority, the due date, and has it been done, and any notes as well. This is the schedule. So if you are a manager and you're creating schedules, you can simply put in the person's name. Are they working certain days and times? If they have the same schedule throughout the week, you can just hit Control C and copy that all the way down and hit paste with Control V. And then they could be off on Saturday. You can put the manager's name and the week of if you'd like. If you're in charge of staff and they need to have a clock in and clock out sheet, you can, again, rename this for each person. You can come in and double click and choose the week. So say this is starting for the week of the 6th. It will choose the days all the way down. And then we can just highlight these times and they can come in and clock in. It has to be done a certain way. So 8:00 a.m. to 12:00 space PM, it would give them 4 hours of working. If they happen to work lots of hours and they were able to get overtime in, it's going to calculate if they have overtime. Scrolling down, this will calculate your total hours from here and here for 2 weeks. Calculate your overtime. If they're getting paid, say, $18 an hour, it will calculate your total pay, including overtime hours for you. The next is the attendance tracker. So we can choose the date of the week. And then starting from this day, we can say, that Jane is, present, absent, late, or sick, all sorts of things. Now, if we scroll to the right, it will calculate if Jane has been present, absent, sick, vacation, or holiday during that period of time. This next one is a payroll tracker. So this will help you to track, what they have been paid and such. So we can choose all of this information here. Choose have they been unpaid or paid, and then what is the start day of the pay period and when did it end? How much are they getting paid? You can put in how many hours they've worked. Did they work, 5 hours of overtime? In the overtime rate, you can choose what their rate is. So if it's time and a half, you can just put that number in there, whatever your company decides, and then it will calculate your pay for all of those things. If they've paid tax, you can manually put that in there. And then if they're paying, money to retirement, you can put that in there as well. And then that would be $750 would be their total paycheck. Any notes as well. The next one is a PTO tracker. So let's start from the beginning on this one. Okay, so if John is coming in and he's given 10 days of vacation at the beginning of the year and 5 sick days starting on the 1st, and he's going to be gone for 6 whole days. It will calculate the number of days you're out. If you choose the reason of sick or of vacation days, it will tell you how many vacation days you have remaining. If you've chosen sick, then it's going to give you a -1. If John comes in and comes a second time and he's at the beginning of the year, he's got 10 vacation days and 5 sick days starting on the 8th. Now he has decided he's not going to come to work again. And he has decided he is going to be, unapproved. It would not take from remaining vacation days. But if we took it from a sick day, now it's going to say that you've got 4 sick days remaining. Just remember to start on the left side with the number of days they've been given at the beginning of the year. The next is an evaluation form. This is printable. You can put in the employee's information. You can rate their performance. If you highlight all of these, the bottom right-hand corner, there is an average. It'll give you your average, so 3.28. 5 is their average. You can put any positive notes, what needs improvement, and any goals, and who filled this out. You can take all of that information and put this on the employee review sheet. Put in their information, the date of the evaluation, what period of time was the evaluation, and what was their work quality. So say if they did a 5 all the way through, but they need to work on initiative and time management, it's going to calculate your average automatically. This average score up here is going to be the average for all of your employees. You can put your notes and needs improvement and goals in short form here. If you wanted to make this larger, you would just come up to the top, take the arrow that comes up between the two, P and Q, and then drag it to the right. It'll give you a little bit more space. And then next is the exit checklist. So if you have a staff that has been laid off or has quit, there's some tasks for the HR person, the manager, and the employee to complete as they have left the building, to make sure that, all of their access has been removed and their duties have been reassigned. This next one is a task tracker. It's kind of like the employee task checklist, but it's a little bit more detailed. This is more like for projects. So if you've got, a big project, we're going to choose the priority of it, the due date, the status, what category is it in, who has it been assigned to, the start date, how long you think it'll take. So we can put in the start date, and then this will tell you the days until the project is due. You can write how many hours you've spent on it and what is the percentage of the project complete. So say it's going to be 90% complete. As it gets closer to 100, the color will get lighter. The day it's completed, and any other subtasks or notes. So this is just a great way to check on tasks, group projects, and things that need to be done. This one is time blocking. So this can be a personal help to you. We can highlight and delete everything. And then say we're going to start work at 8 a.m. From 9 to 10, we can say we're going to check email. And you can click and drag that all the way down. So you can just time block to say, what are you going to be doing during that time? Or we could say we're going to block out, meeting from 11 to 12 on Fridays. We can put that in there as well. So that way you can see over time what's important and what needs to be done. And I have a simple to-do list as well that can help you to track high, medium, and priority tasks. So say we need to, work on payroll, and it's due the 25th, and you can check if it's completed or not. So that can help you as well. So this is a very, very detailed sheet. I hope this can help you. Let me know if you have any questions. This sheet is available at savvyandthriving.com, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.